What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Reed's Outdoors, and today we are making a video, and it's a video I've been wanting to get up for a while now. A few of you guys actually requested this video, and I'm just now getting around to actually making the freaking thing. And so today we are doing it, and what are we doing? We're talking about my best top five best summer baits that I like to use for bass fishing, pretty much. And it was kind of hard to narrow it down to just five. You know, with me looking at my tackle box here, I got all kinds of stuff in here. And, you know, I actually had to narrow it down to five because I could easily pick 10 baits, right off the bat. So, with that being said, this video does not include rubber worms. This includes, like, frogs, spooks, bass jigs. You know, I done made videos about the rubber worms and stuff like that in the past. By the way, that video is an older video. If you want to go check it out, it's on down the list, and go check it out. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and so I guess I'd have to pick up the first one here. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the frog. I love a topwater frog. A topwater frog is just like one of the best topwater baits you could possibly use, because a frog you can use in many places because it's a natural bait, you know. And you know, a frog is really good for a pond that has a lot of vegetation. Like lily pads, grass mats, anywhere where it looks really nasty, pretty much, where there's a lot of vegetation. Like I said, anywhere where you can't throw a bait that has treble hooks hanging off of it, you know, like a spook or a popper or something like that, something of that nature. You can't throw those because all you're going to do is catch grass. So that's where your frog comes in. A frog is just an awesome bait to use, and this is a smaller frog, and it's a really great looking frog at that. I mean, it's got a lot of detail to it. It's got the white and blue legs, and like I said, I got different colors. I mean, I got like a solid green one with speckled on him. You know, this right here reminds me of like a tree frog or some sort, and you know, just a really great looking bait. I mean, look at the eyes. I mean, everything's just dead on point on how, you know, realistic these things look. And you know, like I said, different colors. You know, this is more of a natural color right here, and you know, I catch a lot of fish off frogs, a lot, and so I mean, frogs are awesome to use. The blow ups on frogs are great. You know, the only drawback about using a frog is you got to have a strong rod and some strong line, because if not, that fish is gonna break you off. Especially if you hook that fish and you have to drag him through all that, you know, all that crap, like where you're fishing lily pads, grass mats, whatever. So make sure you have strong line when you're fishing with a frog. You know, so you can able to get those fish out of that, you know, crap and actually get them to you. So yeah. So frogs are really good bait. Let's see. Next one probably have to be a popper. Poppers are really good to use on open water areas where there's no vegetation nowhere, and you know. And this is actually one of the newer versions of the poppers. Okay, and I got different colors of this as well. This is like one of the newer ones. Let's see. I got older style poppers, and this is like the older style here, and it's like a really old, you know, old style popper. And you know, and poppers have been around for freaking forever, and but poppers are really good to use along you know, like rock banks. You can, I like to use them around docks, you know, nowhere where it's really nasty, because you gotta remember, you got freaking treble hooks hanging off these things. All right, and so a popper is like a really great bait to use when the wind is up and it's like a cloudy day. If it's a cloudy day and you feel like you want to try some top water, a popper is great for that, because a popper makes a lot of noise on top of the water. Like every time you hit that, when you pop it, it goes bloop. You know what I mean. If you ever fish one, you know what I mean. So it has a lot of action to it. I mean, if you can't catch one on a frog, usually I'll go to a popper, because especially if it's windy and it's the water's a little choppy, you want something that's going to get that fish's attention, which is a popper, because like I said, a popper is loud on top of the water. So yeah, a popper is a really good bait to use. Just use your imagination on where you can use it. Like I said, I wouldn't use it nowhere where it's nasty, because you don't want to get hung up in nothing. So yeah, poppers are really great to use. You know, different styles, different size ones, and you know, all around good bait. So next one, the third one is a spook. Spook right here. This is a little bit older version. This is also a smaller version at that. And with that being said, this one right here is like an old one. I've had this one for a long time. I think my grandfather, he has passed away, He gave this to me not a good while ago, and the hooks are rusted on it from hell and back, and I mean, I still catch fish on this little bait right here, and I like to use the smaller versions in ponds, and I like to use the bigger ones in the lake. And you know, just a really great bait. And with this bait, it has a different action to it. The bait will actually kind of, when you twitch your rod, the bait will actually, you know, zip across the water like this. And I don't know what it is about a bait that zigzags across the water like this, but for some reason the bass just can't stand it. Something about that action of something going like that across the water. I guess I think it's a bug or something. I guess I don't know what it is about the action, but they can't stand it, and they will absolutely destroy this little guy. I mean, it's crazy. So yeah, spooks are a really good one. I like to use these around you know, open water there again, especially on calm mornings. Run this along the bank where there's no vegetation. Early in the mornings, late in the evenings when that water's really still, and I promise you, you'll get a fish, because I mean, it's just a killer bait. So yeah. Fourth bait is a underwater lure, and that is a bass jig. Bass jigs are awesome to use around brush piles. This is a football head jig, by the way, and if you ain't never fished with a bass jig before, it's a really good bait. I like to use this when they're not hitting rubber worms that great. If I'm not getting much on rubber worms usually, which is kind of rare, but this is a really great bait to use. This is a football head jig, like I said. In this jig, you know, you got two different kinds of jigs. You got football head jig and you got swim jig. And the swim jig's got like a pointed head. And swim jig, you throw it out there and you retrieve it back to you, swim it. And this, you actually throw it out on the bottom, and it'll sit just like this. And when it sits there, all you're supposed to do is just take your rod and bounce it up and down, and it'll make that jig bounce on the bottom, and it'll make these feet right here kick, and it'll look like something, you know, it'll just look like something's crawling on the bottom. And this little whisker right here, if you don't know what that's for that's like your weed guard, pretty much. It helps you not get hung. You know, if you're going up under a tree limb or something, or over it, it'll go, you know, miss the hook. So that thing right there's a lifesaver. So yeah, really good bait. Last but not least is a chatterbait. A chatterbait is what this is right here. It's like, there again, it's got little kickers on it, so I got a little crawl on it, and little skirt here. This is like an all natural color, so I like to say. I like to use this on a bright sunny day, this color right here exactly. And it's got this little belt or spoon right here, or this little paddle, wherever you want to call it. And what this does is when you swim it, this kind of like vibrates just a little bit. And it's like the best of both worlds between a jig and a spinnerbait. You know what I mean? Like, it's best of both worlds. It's a jig mixed with a spinnerbait. It's got a big head jig on here, right here. If you want to swim it deep, you can. If you want to swim it kind of shallower, you can. Depending on how fast you reel it, pretty much. The slower you reel it, the deeper it's going to go. The faster you reel it, the shallower it's going to swim. So I mean, and the bite on this thing is awesome. When they attack this, it's just crazy. I mean, all you feel is your rod load up real quick, and yeah. But I mean, it's really good bait, you guys. And there again, you can switch out your trailers right here, like so. You can pull your trailer off like this, and like I said, it's just a low crawl. And but this is what they look like when they come in the pack. It doesn't come with a trailer. You can put whatever kind of trailer you want on it. So you can go buy your own little crawls here. You can take them and put them on the hook, and you're good to go. So yeah, really good bait, you guys. I like to use them around docks, grass, like for on your depth finder. If you see grass in the on your depth finder, I like to take that and swim it right along that grass, right on the top of it in the water, and the fish would just absolutely come up and destroy it. And yeah, these are my top 5 best summer baits that I like to use, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Be very much appreciated. If you haven't yet, hit that freaking subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time. And remember, hunt safe, fish safe. See you.